Hey everybody, we're out here at the Rockville Stage Stop. It used to be a building right there. It was a waypoint along the way going from Boise, Napa, cross over to Jordan Valley and down into Nevada and up to Silver City. Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, it was called the Rocks. Right over there, that sagebrush pile we're looking at right there, that was foundation, one of the buildings. I think they had a hotel here and the stage stop. I'm not totally sure where everything was at. I've seen pictures, but that was way back when. So I've been here many times, and some recent research, I found out there's a well. I never had a clue there was a well, and it's over here under a car hood. And I've seen the hood many a times. I never picked it up because, I was thinking of rattlesnakes. Critters that don't want to be found. So I came out here today to see if I could find it. And here we are. Old car hood. And I brought a magnet with me. I'm going to drop it down into the well there. See if there's anything in there. It's not a very strong magnet, so if there's anything big, I'm not going to find it. So let's lift this up, see what we got. Now look at that. Let's tip this over. Yeah. That's cool. All these years I've been here and I've never lifted that hood, looked underneath it. All right, I'm gonna grab the magnet. I can't do this with only one hand, so I'll have to shut you off and come back if I find anything. Okay, over there you see the well. That tied in loop is when I hit the bottom. And I did not get anything. Just some magnetic rocks. Let go. Oop, I hit something there. Solid, whatever it is. My magnet's too weak to lift it. So off to the side of that, now I'm hitting it all over. Which I'm somehow must be like a screen cover or something. There's my stop. Huh. Interesting. Okay, you can see it coming up. If I can keep the camera on it. And what did we pull? Just some magnetic rocks. Alright, so there's nothing down there. other than whatever that is. The water's cold. Wow, nice and cold. Cool. So, well, you know, yeah, there's something. Some old piece of metal. All right, so I'm gonna get to hunting around here. I heard there was 2 wells. Maybe I can find the second one. Hey everybody. Yeah, I'm back. I found the second well. I guess I haven't explored enough here, obviously. For all the times I've been there, I've always stayed right over there at the foundation. And I've never expanded out. Here this fence is. Right next to the creek, so, you know, I never thought about it being a well, but there's the well. So I'm going to throw this in there, see what it does. We'll try to do it with the camera still on here, so see what we can do. Reach around this fence a little bit. All this wire. Still going. Well, it's deeper than the other one. Uh-oh, I'm all tied up over here. Okay. There you can see I hit the bottom. Not feeling anything. Really don't like turning my back on these cows that are right here next to me. This feels like rocks down there. All right, let's pull it up. Yeah, we got nothing. My hand turned off the camera as the thing was almost at the top, so you missed the last couple feet, but it's not like you missed anything. Well, that is cool. Yeah, I definitely needed to spend more time exploring around here. Okay, they're looking like they don't want to be around me. I'm good with that. They can shift a little bit over and I'll be content. So, seems like a long ways from the building to have a well. Wonder if there was something else over here. All right, let's go back searching. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, I ran the magnet down there several more times. It's a weak magnet. I did hit something once, but I couldn't lift it. And then I couldn't ever find it again. So, you know, there's stuff down there. I just have no idea what it is. And looks like there's a phone box here. Yeah, there's a community out there. Ranching, farming community. And this probably feeds them. So, heading back over towards the foundation. Actually back to the car. Gonna grab the metal detector. See if we can find a few bullets. Some iron, stuff like that. Nice day to be out here, that's for sure. Wow. This cow you're seeing there in the center, she just got up and started calling. I think she might have a baby over there somewhere. And then she started heading that way, and then I started talking, she stopped. So, I did see a baby over there at the graves. There's 4 graves over there now. Originally, I could only see of one the first time I come out here, which was Mrs. Ed Holmes. Story has it that she was the wife of the stage station here and was killed in one of the Indian raids, possibly during the Snake Wars. I'm not really sure when. It's, as always, you know, there's limited history on places like this, and you just piece together what little pieces you can find everywhere. All right, I'm going to shut it down, pull out the detector, do some hunting. Well, I've been detecting for a little bit out here with the Bounty Hunter Fast Tracker. This hole there, little purple glass, and a flat button with the shank on it. Can't make out any writing on it or anything. But that is cool. Nice relic there. Yes, it's going to be a great day. Well, it already is a great day. All right, on to the next. Hey everybody, back again. Pardon the wind noise. So out of that hole there, chunk of lead, bullet, and looks like a crank mechanism of some sort. See how the end of it kind of has a stop to catch, and then it slides off it. This piece is bent over. Possibly, you know, who knows, for winding a watch or a clock, something. All right, well, I'm going to keep looking. I've almost made it over to the creek over here, and I'll work my way up towards the well and just keep going. You know, I've got plenty of space to hunt, that's for sure, and there was history here, so back to the hunt. Okay, here we are. This hole here provided a nice little shell cartridge. What is that? 4570. Is that a Petra? I can make out PETR. Peters, maybe? 4570. Cool. All right, let's keep looking. Bounty Hunter, amazing machine, I can tell you that for sure. I was surprised. I really was. Wow. Good machine. I'm happy with it. Well, there's the creek. I'm gonna go work the flat right there over the edge here in a bit. But out of this hole here, pulled up this old iron spoon. Check that out. Wow. That was a pretty thing in its day. Cool. All right. I've been told that this place has been hunted out. Yeah, when people say it's been hunted out, don't believe them. Go ahead and hunt it. You never know what might show up. On to the next. Well, I'm back again. Right there is where the spoon come out of. Got a good repeatable signal right there. Check that out. That cool old buckle. I can't see any writing or stamps on it. But still, I think that's pretty cool. Wow. All right. Let's keep hunting. Yeah, getting a little breezy here. All right. That hole there. Pulled out his bullet. What is that? A 30? WCF. Come on, focus. It's not wanting to focus. Wants to keep an eye on plants, huh? There we go. All right. Let's keep hunting. Everybody, back again. Well's right over there. I haven't found too much coming back across here. Little scraps of aluminum, little scraps of metal that I'm not sure what they are, just iron, sheet metal. But here I got another bullet. Don't know if it's focusing in. It says WCC, looks like a 9.4. Not sure the caliber on that. Not really too big. All right, on to the next. Well, I'm almost back to the car. I'm gonna get a drink, maybe a bite to eat. Right back there, I just come across this sitting on the surface. Looks like beer bottle melted into some sort of slag. That's wild looking. Okay, let's keep going. Everybody, back again. I have found a piece of petrified wood. I've been hiking around a little bit, come across this. Didn't grab anything to eat yet. I just grabbed a drink. Hiked out over there, up the creek, up over this hill and around the backside. Come back across here. Here's a foundation for something. It's not really that big. And it's up above the main foundation there. So obviously there was people going back and forth from here to there. I guess I'll hunt between here. I still haven't even hunted over to the well yet. I've got, like I said, I've got a lot to hunt here. So yeah, I'm just amazed that I haven't found all this stuff before. See what happens when you learn more and more and more, you start seeing more and more and more. All right, well, let's get going. Okay, I just finished my hickory smoked spam lunch. And there's a foundation right over there. All those rocks. And that is fairly close to the well. So I am gonna go from here to the well, and then from the well back to that foundation, and then from that foundation back across to the vehicle and see what I find in that trip. All right, see you on the next find. Hey everybody. Show you what I'm seeing here. There's the well. Little snow on those peaks there. Well, I just got a hit. Rivet and some old leather. Little brass rivet, copper rivet, something like that. Cool. All right, there's the creek bed over there. My neighbor's keeping me company. Now back up that direction, that's the way the freight trains would come through, coming from Boise, heading up to Silver City. They would stop here, the stage stop, rest up, resupply a little bit, then head on out over that way, going up over the top of that canyon over there would take them down into Reynolds Creek, which from there they could go on up to Silver City, and then the other way they cut across out over that direction over towards Jordan Valley, Oregon, and on down into Winnemucca. Well, there's a little bit of open country here. Surely something could have bounced off a wagon. Be just waiting here for me to find it. Like a rivet stuck in some leather, right? All right, well, let's keep hunting. Okay, I've got the discrimination set to cut out most iron, unless it's bigger chunks. Well, yeah, this time it got a bigger chunk. A big old loop of wire. That was fun trying to get out of there. Sheesh. Yeah, it broke as I was pulling it out, but yeah, fun. Getting closer.